Hello everyone, my name is Hemlata Varman and today we have with us Father V.C. Jose, Principal of Don Bosco School, Siliguri. He is a veteran in his field of education, helping and assisting students reaching their true potential, and a man of action and with strong values. So let's move forward to the first question. How does it feel to get back the students in school after 2 long years?
The years that have gone by, the 2 wonderful years that have gone by during these COVID times, have certainly been both a moment for each one of us to be having or going through an experience, both positive and negative. Some of us take it as a negative movement that we have lost out on our schooling or on our normal activities, etc. But that was also a moment to learn. And of course, it was a traumatic moment for many of the children and especially for the parents to keep their children at home and look after them at the same time, encouraging them to attend the class online. But on the whole, I should say our school children did extremely well in attending the online classes and the wonderful work done by our teachers to follow them up and our administrative department, the clerical department, all going to make sure that every child attends the class well. So at the end of these 2 years, we should say the COVID has taught us many things. That the school is an important and the most important factor in the education of a child. Without the school, whatever be your status in life, you cannot educate your child, whether you have money, wealth, or influence, doesn't matter. But still, the school, the physical school, and the teaching staff, the teaching fraternity is very, very important in the life of a child. So, this is the biggest lesson that we have learned. And today, every parent is eager to have their children back to school because they understand that on their own, they are unable to educate their children. So this is the biggest lesson that we have learned from the COVID experience that we have gone through.
Yes, sir, true, very true. So, any changes that have been made in your school for the safety of your students?
Fortunately, we were able to have lot of time in school to reorganize our school. We have built a new block, the middle school block, catering to classes 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we have a middle school section now, separate block for these children belonging to these age groups, and we wanted that way, not mixing them with class 11 and 12 bigger boys. So that has been a very important change that has taken place in the school. So we have a primary block out there, a little far away. Then we have the middle school block, and then we have a separate block for classes 9, 10 and 11 and 12 students. And the second thing is that in the new academic year, we have also we will be beginning what we call a security system with BLE card integration, which means every child will have an identity card, ID card with the chip inside, and we will be able to follow the child, where the child of the student is at a given point of time. If and when the child enters the school, it is automatically registered in our system, and when the child goes out of the school, he is also registered in our system, and an alert goes to their parents whether the child has entered the school or whether the child has left the school or whereabouts of the child during the course of the day. We are able to track the child back, whether the child is in the bus or is in the school or in the class. So this is one system that we have introduced, what we call the security system. And secondly, we are also introducing this year the learning management system with the smart class output. We already have about 58 units of smart classes installed in our classrooms, unlike many schools in Siliguri. And we are also going for a new learning management system, which is up to date, giving the children all that they need to be abreast with the knowledge and content of the knowledge and the ability to search it easily and find it for themselves. So this is one system that we shall be introducing in the year 22-23. And we are also having what we call an e-library. The children need not go to a library where there are a lot of books, but we have also introduced what we call an e-library. A child can go and research like any other adult and find out what is good for him, which is related to the content of the subjects that he is studying. Or if a child wants to do more and learn more on a topic, more than what is taught even in the class, he's got the opportunity in the e-library to learn more. And many other things this year we shall be introducing as we are going to celebrate the golden jubilee of our school in the year 2023.
Okay, sir. So my next question is, how does it feel to see your students participating in Inspiria Q?
We are very happy to have had the experience of participating in the Inspiria, and many of about 10 students or so becoming successful candidates and excelling in the field of general knowledge. Today, knowledge is important. Knowledge is certainly important. Our school's motto is knowledge, virtue and knowledge. But we want to go beyond that knowledge. We want to take the children to another level altogether, and that level is wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to make use of all the contents of knowledge and common sense that they have, and the ability to choose what is good for them and what is bad for them, what is right for them, what is wrong for them. This particular ability is called wisdom, and we want every one of the Don Bosco students to reach that stage of wisdom.
Thank you, sir. So would you like to give any message to the students who are appearing for board examination?
I want to give them this message. The message is that they must be focused. First and foremost, they must be focused, especially in these days when they are preparing for their board examinations. No other distractions. Put away everything that distracts them and focus only on doing their examinations well. The second is to concentrate. You see, concentration is very, very important. And they must learn to study early in the morning. The best time would be early in the morning, and take sufficient rest during the course of the day, or sufficient sleep, so they are able to sit back and study and spend hours only on concentrated study, focused study, and study on those subjects which needs more importance. You must remember, in the ISC or ICSC go of things, you have English and best of 3 in ISC and best of 4 in ICSC. They must learn to concentrate now on English and best of 4 and best of 3 subjects, and give more importance to those than the rest. So this is my little message for all of them. Wish them all God's blessing and all the best in their examinations.
So lastly, I would like to ask some of the tips that you would like to share with the students who are appearing for the board
The
examination.
first tip that I would like to give to our children is to keep cool. Class 10 students are appearing for their first public examination, and class 12 already they have one experience of appearing for ICSE examination. But the present ICSE students are appearing for their first public examinations. Keep cool, just remain calm, tranquil. And then the second is, attempt questions you are very comfortable with. You know the answers and go for it straight. And so you are able to gain a lot of time. Doesn't matter if you do not know one or two answers to one or two questions. They will come by as you write those answers which you are sure of. So attempt the first attempt, and the answers that you should write are the ones that you are very sure of. And you get a lot of time so that you can deal with those questions you are not very, very sure of. And finally, mark out important points in the answer script. See, when you write, you must make sure the evaluator is able to pinpoint on those important points. They may not be having sufficient time to read through all the details of the answers that are long, but if you are able to underline and mark out, maybe with some different color, or put it in capital letters, or whatever you can do to impress the evaluator, will be a way of scoring high marks. And then you should be neat and clean. The answer scripts, presentation of the answer script is very, very important. That gives the first impression is the best impression, and the evaluator should be impressed, and he will be able to able to score very high marks, and that way he will be able to do justice to the subject and do well in his examination. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As I am also a student, I personally find your advice really useful, and thank you so much for joining us today. It was really fruitful and enlightening insight for our audience too. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
So
once
much, and
again.
God bless.